Hey, what's going on? Joe Coffey here for PremierGuitar.com. We're at the LA Amp Show 2009, checking out a cool amp from DAR Amps. I've got Mike with me here. Mike, how you doing, man?
Good. How you doing, Jim?
Good. Good to see you. Man, check out this amp. This is crazy, dude. What's going on here?
Well, basically it's a high-gain tube amp with a really insane high-gain channel and also a great articulate, clean channel. The tubes were initially engineered to be put in a MiG-25 fighter plane, and they also run them in some tanks. And they're highly reliable. They're extremely loud and powerful. And it's a basically a big Class A power amp. The amp has a few new features that other amps may not have. For example, these tubes, which you've never seen before. And the reason I selected these tubes is as big power triodes. They maintain incredible harmonics and articulation all the way up to the highest decibel levels. And in a high gain setting, that gives you some really nice new tones that you may not be able to get out of other amps. And as a clean amp, it's great with pedals, and it can really give you a shimmering audiophile tone if you want to get it out of there.
I see 12 AX7s in the preamp stage.
Actually, there's a 12 AX7 and a 12 AU7. In clean mode, it's just running off of the AU7 and not the AX7. And these are the two front-end preamp tubes.
You know, what are those called?
What's that? The tube?
These MIG tubes.
They're actually called a 6C33B. For about 15 years now, they've been running them in hi-fi audio amps. And generally, you'll see them in amps in the hi-fi audio industry that cost between $5,000. Part of the trick was getting their great sound and technology into something that is totally affordable for the working musician, and so they can take advantage of the great sound, the reliability, and frankly speaking, the good looks. I mean, they're cool. They're cool.
Yeah, I love the spring mount assembly with the cotter pins. I mean, you've got those things protected in there.
You know, I'm a Harley fan, and so, you know, it's kind of like I wanted something that looked like some big cylinder heads in there, and by doing that also in the suspension, it keeps them really ruggedly and securely mounted. You won't find any harmonics in this amp whatsoever, not even in the preamp stage under extremely high gain settings. The amp is just pretty solid. I keep it small on purpose. It's, for example, like these crazy supercomputers that are really compact. By keeping the amp small, you can squeeze out a lot of gain without having a lot of circulating electromagnetic fields. That's why these tubes are sideways as well, as opposed to being vertical and parallel with the preamp tubes. By running them at 90 degrees like this, what happens is the extremely high electromagnetic fields that are circulating through the power tubes do not electromagnetically interfere or interface with the very delicate and sensitive preamp tubes. So what happens is you can stack a tremendous amount of gain into an amp without having it start to feed back and oscillate. So it makes for a really nice, articulate, high gain amp.
Well, there are a couple ways to attack this thing. You've got two very different demo guys here. We've got JMR, who's going to take us through a certain style of playing, and you've got Gilbilly Jim here. Why don't we start with Jim? Jim, tell me about your approach to this amp, what we're about to hear, how you're going to attack it.
Well, I think he's got it on a clean mode right now, and probably going to do a little bit of something there, but probably go into something with a little more gain too, a little more bluesy.
Right on. Want to switch them out?
Absolutely.
JMR, tell me what you're going to be playing here through this amp.
Well, I'm going to start off doing a little clean thing, a little demo to show what the clean sound is like. You can do everything from bluesy, jazzy, funky, and then I'm going to do some high gain rockin' type stuff with a little bit of lead playing.
Right on. right, tell me about these cabs, man.
These cabs we design in-house. This top one is loaded with Celestion 1275s. It's pretty cool because, as you saw in the demo, it lights up, and we do different colors and different lighting schemes and basically whatever the customer wants. It has a real nice classic traditional tone. The bottom cab is a little bit more exotic. On the top, this particular cab has Celestion 1275s, although we do load them with Vintage 30s as well. And on the bottom, we always put in Celestion K100s. It gives a real nice, meaty, chunky tone to it. The center brace here is used to keep the baffle basically stabilized, and it helps maintain a lot of articulation on this amp.
If people want to pick one of these up, what would you tell them?
I'd say come to daramps.com. Price on this particular head model is $2,295. Top cab lit up is $995, I'm sorry, and the bottom one is $1,495.
All right, thanks a lot, man. I'm Joe Coffey. You're watching PremierGuitar.com. JMR, you want to hit it one more time?